अरे ये गम मना रहे हैं, काज़िम उठा रहे हैं जाफर का ये जनाजा, काज़िम उठा रहे हैं जाफर का ये जनाजा। मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु।
Maulana Sahib, my brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. The programs are as following. Thursday night, May 9th. The program will start with Surah Yasin, Dua Kumail, and a seminar will be relayed from JCC by Maulana Rizvi, and the question and answers will be answered by Maulana Sayyid Sagir Hussain on this side here, if there are any questions. On Friday, May 10th, Jummah Salat, led by Maulana Sagir Hussain, with ladies and gents. It's open for both ladies and gents. And Saturday, May 11th, Fajr Salat at 5:30 a.m. And I would like to request, as you see that we have come up with this black blinds for month of Muharram and Safar. We'll have writings on it as well. So far, we're looking at raising $13,000. To date, we have received roughly around about 5. Hopefully, we'll be able to receive more in the near future. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. I'd like to request you to recite Surah Fatiha for the following marhumins. Marhumins of the Gulams and Molodina family, marhumins of Gulams and Kaki family, marhumins of Musa Virji family, marhumins of the Ahmad Nanji Kara family, marhum Ramzan Ali Manik, marhuma Lela Bai Manik, marhum Amir Bai Sundarji, marhum Hasnan Rahim, marhum Yusuf Ali Gulams and Molodina, marhum Inayat Ali Manik, marhum Nazir Gulam Sen, marhum Fida Chacha Gulam Sen, marhuma Aminabai Jibraj, marhumins of Gulam Sen Muhammad Dirani, marhumin of Gulam Hussain Dirani, marhuma Sherbanu Gulam Hussain Dirani, marhum Yusuf Ali Gulam Hussain Molodina. Please to recite Surah Fatiha for all the marhumins. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. At this time, I will request Maulana Sahib to give us a lecture for tonight's majlis.
لا إله إلا الله ما شاء الله لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله السميع العليم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي لا يبلغ مدحته القائلون ولا يحصي نعماءه العادون ولا يؤدي حقه المجتهدون ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من أول يوم ظلمهم إلى لقاء يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الحكيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كل نفس بما كسبت رهينة صلوات please اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Our condolences to Kul Mu'mineen and Mu'minat, and on their behalf to the household of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam on this day of Shahadat, day of our sixth holy Imam, Imam Jafar ibn Muhammad as-Sadiq alayhi as-salatu was-salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The holy ayah I have recited is from the beginning of the Bi'athat of Rasulullah. It's from Surah Mubarakah al-Muddathir, which is almost the first surah to be revealed to Rasulullah. Meaning the second or third day this surah was revealed. The ayah is very clear cut, and I want to relate it to our sixth holy Imam. The topic I have chosen is expectations of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam from his Shiites, especially today. As we all know that all of Ma'asumeen alayhimus salam, starting from Imam Ali, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, Imam Sajjad, Imam Baqir, sixth Imam, we have an ocean of knowledge. Lots of ahadith have reached us from them. And alhamdulillah, throughout these centuries, we Shiites have this honor. And it's none less to be proud of it that we always listen and learn the sciences of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. But today I do not want to discuss the listening to majlis. No. I want to discuss on practicing on these ahadith. Learning is great. Listening to the ahadith and Quran Kareem is great. But that is not sufficient. That is not what is intended by our holy religion. What is more important than listening and learning is to put those learned sciences into practice, so they may reflect in our action. That is what is important. Otherwise, Nahjul Balagha alone has so many sciences. Countless topics have been discussed in it by Imam Ali. Saif al-Sajjadiyya alone, so many du'as. One may sit in their home, their apartment, their cell, and keep on, reciting them all life. They will never bore. But Ahlul Bayt did not stop there that just communication is required. No. Communication is just education. What is required, or which will take us to Kamal, perfection, is action. Well, I didn't mean to say this. I mean to practice these sciences. That is what I want to speak, and that's what made me choose this beautiful ayah of Surah Muddathir, which Allah in beginning informed His holy apostle to tell us, me and you, that kullu nafsin, every single soul, kull in Arabic means no istithna, no exception. Every single soul, kullu nafsin bima kasabat, whatever she earns as for their good works, their righteous deeds, rahina, they are held in pledge. हम उर्दू में नहीं कहते रहन रखना, किसी की कोई कीमती चीज़ रहन रख के कोई चीज़ लेना उसके against. That is what rahina, we took it from Arabic language in Urdu. as we're pledged, we're on hold. See, we are there as a pledge. Our souls are kept near Allah as a pledge, and we have to free them by doing righteous deeds, if I can simplify the ayah. Like mortgage, bank holds our property as a pledge against that money. As we pay them their money, okay, the house is now yours. Likewise, our souls, our nufus is mortgaged by Allah Jalla Shanu. And we have to pay it off. Bima kasabat is what I want to speak. What to do, which will free us. And then Allah gives us some example. It's a continuation of ayat, about 7, 8 of them. Kullu nafsin bima kasabat rahina. This is just a starter. Then I will move on, because this one maybe is the last one I want to mention. But let me put it, because it's the Quran Kareem. So let's to honor Quran, put it in first. The first expectation, if I can call, from both Quran Kareem and Ahl Bayt being the exact equal of Quran, they also have the same thing. Let me go to the last part first to connect it and give you a circular effect. The last time when Imam was on his deathbed, his holy wife, Bibi Hamida Salamullahi Alaiha, reports to one of the great Ravis, Abu Basir. Apparently he was not in town when Imam passed away. He comes back and goes for a ta'ziyat, and Bibi reports that, had you been there, O Abu Basir, your Imam at the last moment, he opened his eyes, he had commanded to gather everyone around, and family, friends, everyone is there. Imam says, Inna shafa'atana la tanalu mustakhiffan bis salah. Our shafa'at, our intercession will not reach to a person who will take salah as light, who will undermine the value of salah. Our shafa'at will not reach, he will not deserve our shafa'at, or our shafa'at will not get to him the day he will need it desperately. Quran Kareem puts it in a bit other way. Kullu nafsin bima kasabat rahina illa ashab al yameen, except the companions of the right hand. Fi jannatin yatasa'alun, they will be sitting in the paradise questioning one another. Anil mujrimeen, regarding the criminals, the sinners, what they will be questioning? Ma salakakum fi saqar. O criminals, O mujrimeen, plural of mujrim, what brought you to the fire of hell? Ma salakakum fi saqar. Qalu, this is the reply they will give. Lam nakum minal musallin. We were not among the offerers, the prayers of the salah. We did not used to offer salah. Walam nakum nut'imul miskin. Second attribute, nor did we feed the poor, the hungry. Wa kunna nakhudu ma'al kha'idin. And we used to jump into the vain talks of vain talkers. These 3 attributes alone are enough. But Quran Kareem continues, فَمَا تَنْفَعُهُمْ شَفَاعَةُ الشَّافِعِينَ. The intercession of intercessors will not benefit them. Sometimes you heard this hadith, may Allah reward you. I'm just trying to set an example and make my point get across. It's not that. I mean you and Na'i. You heard it. I recited it. But is that it? Is this what Allah intends to reveal these ayat? I mean, I just signed the mortgage and I said that's it. Or do I have to pay the money now? Well, you heard it. They say, Lam nakum minal musallin. The first thing we did not do was offering salah. We did not maintain the salah. And exactly that's what Imam says. Inna shafa'atana la tanalu mustakhiffan bis salah. Nowadays, I see many people, Maulana, for this excuse, for that excuse. Is it okay I do not pray? No, it's not okay. Until your last breath, I gave you the masayib the other day. Due to the shortage of time, I could not connect. Imam Hussein alayhi salam in battlefield offers Salatul Khawf. And being Imam, he knows after a couple of hours, he's going to be martyred. Taklif could be saqit from him. He's fighting the enemy. He's in the battlefield. Astaghfirullah. I'm just trying to make my point clear. He could bring the excuse, oh Allah, I'm going to be martyred anyways. So I will inshallah pray later in the paradise. No. He puts his best companions in front of him, Sa'id ibn Abdullah and Zuhair Qain radwanullahi alayhima, and commands them to protect me, so I offer my salah. What is the message there? I mean, basically, we always listen to this Messiah, we cry, we go home. But do we practice this message? That my Imam is teaching me, the essence of the message of this riwayah is that even in the battle of Karbala, if it is time of salah, do not let your salah be late. Offer the salah awwal waqt. This is the sunnat of Hussein ibn Ali, which we call ourselves Husseini for. This is what it is, the message of the day. That we hear majalis, which is great. We listen, we learn, which is magnificent. But that is about maybe 1/4 of the job. The remaining 75% is to practice, to put that learned teachings of Ahlul Bayt into practice, to apply them to our daily life, to daily lives of people around us, starting from our family, our community men, and of course our sisters. Please have a salawat. I had prepared a long part for the biography of our holy Imam, but inshallah I hope I will let it go, as I didn't find many youth today. MashaAllah, most of you are grown-ups. He says he's still youth. May Allah always keep us all youth. Let me just say a few words. Imam, we all know, his lineage is Banu Hashim. He's from the family of Rasulullah. So he's a Sayyid Hashimi from the line of Fatima to Zahra salamullahi alayha. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Born to the father Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam, mother Bibi Ummul Farwa salamullahi alayha, very pious lady. And he had 3 main phases of his holy life. His titles, the most famous is As-Sadiq, Al-Munji, Savior. As-Sadiq means the truthful, who never ever lies. And many other. And this Imam has 3 main parts in his life, or phases of his life. He is born in Rabiul Awwal, 83 after Hijrah. So sees 4th Holy Imam for about, let's say about 9 years. And then up to 114, when 5th Holy Imam passes away, is martyred. So he has seen 2 Imams. He lives without being an announced Imam in era of 2 infallibles. From 114 after Hijrah to 140 is the middle of his 2nd phase of his Imamate. And that is the golden era of Shiites history. Because this was the transition of the rule of Bani Umayyah to Bani Abbas. May Allah curse them both. And Imam benefited from this opportunity. He spread and almost completed the Shia madhab, the Shia fiqh, aqaid principles. He explained. Everything is there. But as we human beings, we forget. One Imam comes after the other one comes, they reinforce, remind people, they give them tadakkur. That this is what my forefathers have taught you. Last phase is from 140 to 148. He's finally martyred on 25th of Shawwal, 148 after Hijrah, by Abu Jafar Mansur Dawanaqi, Khalifa of Banu Abbas. This is the harshest time for Imam because he is under total surveillance. No one can meet with Imam. And even if somebody goes to ask Masail, he will be fined a dirham. And people are compelled by force, they are forced to go to other Imams announced by the Caliph and ask questions from them to simply annihilate the madhab of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi alaihi tahiyyat wa thana. So in these conditions, One of the strategies Imam took is to inform followers, to educate them and put huge emphasis on some key strategies to take the madhab from there. So the madhab survives, which indeed did. The number one is, listen, salah. In a general sense, to start with, Imam starts number two with guardianship. I gave guardianship number two, otherwise it should be put on number one. Walayat. And then obedience to Ahl Bayt. I chose one hadith for these both. Imam says, Innama awliya'i alladhina sallamu li amrina. Our mawaliyan are those who submit to our walayat, our guardianship. They accept our walayat. They never deny, they never argue with us. There is another chapter who argues. When we take somebody as our imam, we take him as our wali, we just say sallam sami'ana wa ata'ana. We heard and we obeyed. No questions asked. That is the meaning of walaya in simplest. To give you a story, one of his great companions, I have chosen another, this from him, is Abdullah ibn Abi Yafur. One day he is listening to the lecture of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, and he is continuously staring at the holy face of Imam. Looks at him, smiles. Abi ibn Yafur, what are you looking at? In my words, if I paraphrase, says, I love you, Ya Ibn Rasulallah. You explain things so nicely. You are so descriptive and eloquent. Whatever you speak enters my heart. You don't need to give this much logic and proof. Wallahi, he says, if you cut a pomegranate into two, and you tell me that this half is haram and this half is halal, usaddiquka, I will testify what you are telling is truth. I believe in you this much. I obey you, yani, this much. Imam says twice, rahimakallah, rahimakallah. May Allah have mercy on you. May Allah have mercy on you. Look how much dua, when a masoom does dua for us, you know how we know that their dua is never rejected by Allah Jalla Shanu. They are the representatives of Allah. They are the vicegerents of Allah on earth. If Allah denies their dua, then everyone will lose hope. That will jeopardize the whole purpose of walaya. Have a salawat on them. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. Imam continues the same word, wattaba'u atharana, and they obey our information. Athar is also for hadith, our words. They obey they emulate us in action. They do what I tell them to. This is the sign of a Shia. This is the expectation of Imam from us. Honestly, do we do what Imams have said to us? Imam continues, وَقْتَدَوْ بِنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمُورِنَا, and they emulate us in all their affairs, in their daily life affairs. They do exactly as we do. They emulate us. They follow us. They copy us in our words and actions. We should question us today. Somewhere number 8 or 9 I put, the hasabu anfusahum. Every day they do self-accounting. Am I following in this regard? Am I following Imam Sadiq's teaching, or am I following my own desires? Am I strayed away from the straight path, or am I on the path of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam? I should question every night. This is the command of Imam, that my Shiites are those who do self-reckoning, self-accounting every night at the end of the day. If they do good, if they have done righteous deeds, they are keen to do more of those type of righteous deeds. And if they see some sins, they do istighfar. They never leave that sin unanswered. They address it right away. They do tawbah and istighfar. They commit to Allah Jalla Shanu, I won't do it. First they acknowledge, Allah, I made a mistake. Please forgive me. These are the signs of a Shia, and this is what Imam expects from us. Imam continues and explains more. Imam says, listen, kunu du'atan linnasi bighayri alsinatikum. Be callers of people. This hadith, this should be honestly written with gold and put somewhere here. This is the sixth Imam's word. And maybe a little pain in his heart. And why people are not like this? He says, Kunu du'atan linnasi bighayri alsinatikum. Be callers of people towards us, non-verbally, without speaking words. What does it mean? I mean, with action. As we say, actions speak louder than words. I mean, our actions should be calling people towards what madhab this man has. How right? Imam explains and gives few examples. How should I be calling? Imam himself says, he says, لِيُرَوْ مِنْكُمُ الْوَرَى. So people, they should notice in you wara. As ulama have explained, we have taqwa. Wara is above taqwa. Higher level of piety. They should see that human excellency in form of piety in you. That everyone should ask, who is this man following? Who is his teacher? Because that was the tradition of people used to know somebody with their teacher. Who is his teacher? So they would ask that he is the disciple of Sadiq alayhi salam. Imam used to say, make me proud of you. That when you do these righteous deeds, I'm so happy, I'm pleased when people, they say, he is Shi'atu Sadiq alayhi salam. And then opposite Imam also warns. This hadith continues, but I'm just giving you from another hadith, that when, astaghfirullah, people, they commit sins and they're attributed to sixth Imam, Imam says, do not do that. Kunu lana zainan, wala takunu lana shainan. Be a decoration to us. Be a proud to us. I mean, so we should be proud of you. Do such deeds. Not that, astaghfirullah, we should dislike it. Do we think, what did I do today? How was I yesterday? Last week? Last month? What is my plan for tomorrow? What am I going to do tomorrow, Sunday? Exactly, yes, Sunday. How about next week? How about next month? Oh, they have so much emphasis on plan. Administer your time. Administer your energy, your resources. Plan ahead of time. How did I do last, let's say, month, year, decade? And what am I planning to do in next decade, let's say? What are my given resources? Can I achieve it or not? What are my obstacles? Do your mathematics. I mean, map out things. Remember, when we have a plan, I mean, well, what is that said? When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's very well said, so I say it. Let's learn from our holy Imam. Imam wants us to be very, very well organized. This is one of the signs of a believer. And one of the pillars, or one of the shakhis in Arabic, as they say, principal value, which can give organization to our, let's say, daily schedule, is Salah awwal waqt. Salah awwal waqt is best reminder. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. When I cut everything off and I come back to Salah, Allahu Akbar. Honestly, when I'm asking in my dua, in my taqibat, that will give me a kind of, second thought, what I was doing before and what I want to do next. That's it. This is how much we need as a reminder. Not all day, not, what a 40-minute, 50-minute speech is required. If somebody has a present heart and a present mind, just one word is sufficient, honestly. One word is sufficient. But somebody has to come to listen to that word with an open heart. Sometimes we hear this from member, and it is true. We have in a hadith, people, they come to give you. They don't want to come to take from you. Did you get it? Yeah, and sometimes people, they have higher expectations. Oh, that other speaker, he spoke so and so. His style is like this. So you are coming here to impose what you have already preoccupied your mind with. I mean, you are never going to get it. Because this is a different man, a different person. Come here with open heart. You know what, I'm going to go today. Let's listen. Maybe something from Quran, maybe something from a Masoom. I want to listen, and if it's practicable, it's going to be if it's going to benefit me, I found it beneficial, I'm going to inshallah learn it and act upon it. This is how you grow and your knowledge grows. Not by just coming with a closed mind, as Quran warns, am ala qulubin aqfaluha? Are your hearts locked up? Unlock your heart. Then listen to the word of God and Masumin, and then you will find Noor. At a point, Imam says that al-as, ahin in Arabic. Humne kehte Had I those, where are those companions? Ki hushiyat qulubum, their hearts were filled with Noor. They were the pillars, manar, towers of Hidayah. They were callers towards our religion. Look how Imam is calling people towards practice. Please have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Imam says, لِيُرَوْ مِنْكُمُ الْوَرَعَ وَالْإِجْتِهَادِ. And they should see you doing ijtihad. Not ijtihad in terminological sense, when you become mujtahid, striving, struggling, trying harder to implement the teachings of Ahl Bayt. They should see that this man really struggles to follow his masters. This man really struggles to learn Quran. This man really struggles to learn hadith, fiqh, other sciences. I mean, they should see. Imam is telling, la yuraw. So people may notice in you, wara and then ijtihad. Ijtihad, are we doing ijtihad? I mean, are we struggling for the pleasure of sixth Imam, or are we struggling, astaghfirullah, for ourselves? We should question. Honestly, 1,000 majalis, but if not put in practice, one majlis, which something learned from it and acted upon it, is better than that 1,000 majalis, which comes from one ear and exits from the other ear. No benefit. Yes, you earn the thawab, but is majlis for only thawab? Ahl Bayt did not ask us to just have majlis for thawab. Rather, Imam's next mission, which is in brackets, because I'm going to complete the previous hadith. Imam questions a person named Fudail. Atajlisuna wa tuhaddithun? Do you sit, you have gatherings, and do you have majalis? He says, Naam. Yes, Osana of Rasulullah, we do that. Imam says, we love those majalis. Fa'ahyu amrana. Revitalize our amr, our madhab, our religion. Imam used to raise hands and do dua, Rahimallahu man ahya amrana. Not only this Imam, about all the Imams, they used to make this dua. Rahimallahu man ahya amrana. May Allah have mercy on the person who revitalizes our amr. If we strive, if we put an honest effort to implement the teachings of Imam, look, Imam's dua is going to be our shamal hal. Imam's dua is going to be directed towards us. His dua was there that day and today, and it's a jari, a continuous tense. Rahimallahu man, whoever, in that era, today, and era in centuries to come. Isn't it? This is what makes our madhab alive. This is what makes any madhab to stay effective and alive and valid, if the followers are implementing its teachings. Otherwise, it could be the best madhab of the world, but if left alone, people will forget it. Ijtihad, I had chosen an example in my mind. We see so many things. Are we striving for the pleasure of Ahl Bayt, the pleasure of sixth Imam, or we are striving for ourselves, for our fame, for our other different incentives and motives? You know what I chose? Somebody back days had questioned me, a long question, and sometimes you also see videos. I also see videos of Nohas. There's a lot of struggle, there's a lot of hard work, I admit, in doing what? A Noha reciter is walking, suddenly in a desert, barefooted. Sometimes, holding an alam. Sometimes on a roof, on a fort. Sometimes in a basement, They have strange backdrops, strange setup. Are you with me? Or have I lost you? You see and think, is this no? This is, I think this way. This is everything but Noah. I remember and I guarantee you, when I was in 80s, when I was a kid, I was a child, we had nothing like this. People will have recited Noah in a painful voice. Naha yanuhu niyahan is that you cry in a painful way. That by listening to you, people realize this man is in pain, this woman is in pain. Something, bad has happened to them. They're kind of crying. This is what Noah means. Not like this and this and this. Ya Ali, are you a boxer? May Allah guide you. Honestly, I'm really hurt. Why? Because Imam says that people should see ijtihad, the struggles, you striving. People should see you striving for our madhab, not for the annihilation of our madhab. You know what is the most dangerous thing for a religion? When a crack emerges from within the religion. How? That its teachings are misconstrued and misrepresented. That's a bit difficult concept. Let me give you a story from Kafi, from same Imam. Sixth Imam alayhi salam has said that in Bani Israel, let me make the statement first so you know what do I mean by reporting this story, and then many points will be clarified by itself. People, when they want to attack religion, they won't come in a doctor's apron, in a uniform of a soldier and start speaking against your belief. No. They will come in the format, in the appearance of either a dhakir, either a scholar, somebody who looks like a pious, a good guy. You trust them. They resemble somebody who looks like an alim or a dhakir or somebody who is a good, righteous, a pious man, who is a well-wisher of yours, who appears to be the follower of same faith as you are. Or if otherwise, from their appearance, I know if, let's say somebody is Wahhabi, I won't listen, oh, he's a Wahhabi. But when it is somebody who is of your side, then it's so easy to deceive you, right? As we sometimes, tell on our look, they have a sweet coating. My granddaughters, they always eat it up and wo kadhi mujhe dete hain, na ye tum kha lo. Have a salawat, please. Salli Muhammad. Kya kare, dunya is like this. Imam says in Al-Kafi, in Bani Israel there was an abid, a worshipper, great worshipper. Never was attracted and tricked by this dunya. He never committed a sin. Always he was worshipping Allah. Shaitan one day looks at him, Iblis, that major shaitan. He's burnt from him. He says, he has such a loud cry for pain. All of his children and disciples, they gathered. Astaghfirullah to shaitan. Oh, Holy Father, what has happened? Why are you in such a pain? He says, look at that man. He has broken my back with his worship. I need one of you to go and deceive him and stray him from the worship of God. He offers a salah, and this is the sajda I denied, and he does that sajda so much. I want you to stop him from worshipping Allah like that. One says, oh Father, I will go. He said, how are you going to trick him? He says, I will appear in form of a beautiful woman and trick him. He says, no, you are not good for him. He has never been deceived by women. One else, he stood up. I will go and deceive him, and I promise you I'll stray him. He said, what trick are you going to use? He says, I'm going to use alcohol and pleasure time, entertainment. He says, no, he's never attracted towards entertainment because he has never tasted it. Yeah, Ali, shaitan knows. We human, when we have tasted something, we have done something once, we want to do it again, especially when it is presented to us. I mean, the opportunity is given to us. हमारे क्या उर्दू में कहते हैं, मुफ्त की शराब तो. Yeah. He says, no, you're no good. Someone else. One of other shayateen, he gets up. He says, I will trick him. He says, how are you going to deceive him? He says, I am going to deceive him with the same trick of ibadat. He says, you are my man. Go deceive him. Now this shaitan, this iblis, shaitani asghar, small shaitan, he comes and he starts Allahu Akbar, starts worshipping beside this abid. Abid notices another man, well, okay, he doesn't pay attention. This abid, of course, at night used to get tired, used to sleep at night. He notices that after even he goes to sleep, this man is continuously, non-stop offering salah, one after the other. Now he's paying attention to this man. Who is this man? Where did he come from? Man, he's so strong. Next day, notices he's offering salah. Day after that, offering salah. Continuous. Now this abid, he's a human being. He's now, like attracted to know, curious rather to know that how come he has so much energy to worship Allah like this? I think I used to be good at worship, not mu'ajib, not amazed by his worship, but used to think I'm a good worshipper. But this guy, I'm no one, I can't even stand him. At a point he says, Ya Abdullah, oh servant of Allah, wait a minute, I have a question. He says, instead of answering you, it's better to offer 2 rakah salah. Allahu Akbar. He's even more humbled now that this man is something, above and beyond. When he finishes his salah, he says, excuse me, please, I have a question. Allahu Akbar. After a while, he has to stop him somehow. He says, I have a question. He says, what is it? Quickly say it. He says that, how come you reach to this status, this maqam of your worship of Allah? I want to be like you. Where did you get this much strength from? Now shaitan says to him, listen, because you have never committed a sin, you just do vague ibadat of Allah, mubaham. I had committed such a heinous crime, that gives me always power and energy and push back. You know what? I have committed a sin, so I have to worship Allah more and more. So I regain my energy even after I have worshipped Him for days. He says, and what was the sin you committed? He said, in that mahalla, that so-and-so community, that prostitute, I committed, that sin with her. And if you want to reach my status of worship, na'udhu billah, exactly this is how shaitan does. He enters from the door we think is the safest for us, without us realizing that no, somebody has already, we are compromised. He says, okay, but I don't have any money. He says, you know what, wait a minute. He picks up his musalla, takes out 2 dirham, says, take these 2 dirham, that is what that money, this woman cost you. Go and do this, come back, and then you will see that, oh my God. This simple worshipper goes to that woman, and this woman appears to be quite wise lady. She says, you are such a simple worshipper, go back. You never, ever got closer to God by committing sins. Somebody who has led you to here is a shaitan. And I tell you something, go check him out. If he's still there, then he's a truthful man, come back to me. But if he's gone, be known he's a shaitan. The worshipper comes back and the shaitan is gone. So he learns that he's not a man, he was shaitan to deceive me. By the will of Allah, that very night that woman dies. Allah sends wahi to the Nabi of the time. Go, I have forgiven that woman because she saved one of my servants from the trap of shaitan. Now if we save ourselves first and then our family, our community, how much reward will Allah reward us with? Please have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Now these people who are striving to present qasidas, and some of the qasidas, I noticed with my own eyes. I saw a video 10, 11 years ago. I came from Iran to my brother. He had a video. He showed me, look at this, what's happening. In a place, people are reciting qasida, na'udhu billah. This is to inform you, dear brothers, not to report fasad. This is to wake you up, gives you heads up. That let not this fasad enter our community, our homes, na'udhu billah. Reciter, the qasida khan is reciting qasida, And there's a group of youth, they started dancing on qasida. Yeah, some of the brows are raised. I was also shocked. Is this qasida happening and people are dancing? Yes. But alhamdulillah, they were forbidders of the evil. They stood up. What is going on, man? This is majlis. Sit down. Or we have to throw you out of the majlis. This is how we do. As we spoke on Jummah khutbah, that in makkannahum fil ard, if Allah says when the Imam Zaman is going to come, ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif, salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. When he's going to come, what is going to do? What are people, followers are going to do? Aqamu salat wa atawu zakat wa amaru bil ma'ruf wa nahaw anil munkar. They are going to have this conduct, that they're going to maintain salah at first and then give zakat. Look, not individual, society. The change will come on society level. And then what? Ya Allah, amaru bil ma'ruf, they will enjoin for the good and forbid for the evil. Forbid the evil. Any community, first Imam says, if they abandon bidding good and forbidding the evil, that community is destroyed. They are done deal. They're like forgotten. Now to complete that message, if Imam Zaman is to come in your Nauha recitation, if let's say Janab Sayyidah is to come there, will they come some? I mean, these Nauhas, you listen to them, you never like to cry. Rather, you know what, I have tested this. Some sad night, I'm listening, I'm tired of preparing my Masaib in Muharram, I'm gone somewhere. I sit back, relax, I put some Nauha. Honestly, वो जो मेरा तबीयत बनी हुई थी ना रोने की, खुदा की कसम वो रोना चला जाता है सुन के, इनकी हरकतें देख के. फिर उनके हेयर स्टाइल आप देखिए बाजों के, सभी के लिए मैं नहीं कह रहा. और फिर जैसे वो सर हला हला के अपना बालों पे किया हुआ काम दिखाना चाहते हैं शायद. ये आप किसके लिए कर रहे हैं? कोई शरीफ आदमी, मैं कह रहा हूँ शरीफ आदमी, मोमिन ऐसी जगह पे नहीं जाता. आप चाहते हैं अमीरुल मोमिनीन वहाँ पे आएंगे, जनाब सैयदा वहाँ आएंगी. हमारे हदीस में है, कई हदीस में जहाँ पर भी ज़िक्र इमाम हुसैन होता है वहाँ पर जनाब सैयदा तशरीफ़ लाती हैं. लेकिन ऐसी हरकतों में जनाब सैयदा तशरीफ़ नहीं लाती. ऐसी मजालस में जहाँ पर इस तरह से ज़िक्र के साथ खिलवाड़ किया जाए जो कुर्बतन इल्लल्लाह ना हो, वहाँ वो तशरीफ़ नहीं लाते. ना हमें ऐसी मजालस बर्पा करनी चाहिए, पैगाम ये है. ना हमें ऐसे नोहा खानों को दावत देनी चाहिए, ना खुद इस तरह के नोहे पढ़ने चाहिए. वो नोहे पढ़ने चाहिए जिनको पढ़कर हमारे दिल में दर्द अहले बैत उभरे, जिन्हें सुनकर हमारी आंखों में आंसू आए, या यहाँ के इस्लाम में जो हमें कनेक्ट करें अहले बैत से, ना ये कि नौज़ुबिल्लाह डिस्कनेक्ट कर दें. बाज बनते हैं बिलखुसूस मुहर्रम में, वो कहते हैं खुसूसन, मौलाना अगर हो सके प्लीज़ थोड़े मसाइब ज़रा ज़्यादा पढ़िएगा, जी बड़ा घबराया हुआ है, परेशान है, चाहते हैं मसाइब अहले बैत पे रोएं, माफ़ कर दीजिए. दो इन अपीयरेंस लुक्स लाइक इट्स ए ग्रेट आइडिया, बट ये भी गलत है. अहले बैत का गम कोई आपके दुनियावी गम को मिटाने के लिए तो नहीं है भाई. अहले बैत पे रोना कुर्बतन इल्लल्लाह चाहिए. जो जनाब सैयदा के बच्चों पे रोना इसलिए हो कि उनकी मजलूमियत इस बात का तकाजा करती है कि इंसान हुब में उन पर रोता है, ना ये कि मैं दुनिया की परेशानियों में परेशान हूँ, दिल भारी हो रहा है, तो चलिए कुछ ज़िक्र मासूमीन हो जाए कि मेरा दिल हल्का हो जाए. उसका शायद आपको सवाब मिले. मैं उसके बारे में फतवा नहीं देना चाहता, चूँकि अल्लाह गनी है, शायद वो सवाब दे दे. लेकिन मुकम्मल मसाइब वो है कि जो कुर्बतन इल्लल्लाह, जो गम अहले बैत को सुनकर उनकी मोहब्बत में आपके दिल में जागे. वो आंसू जनाब सैयदा ख़रीदान हैं कि जो आंसू उनकी औलाद के मज़ालिम, उनके मसाइब, उनको देखकर आपकी आंसू में आए, आपकी आंखों में आए. उससे इंशाअल्लाह हमारी आक़िबत भी संवरेगी और हमारी दुनिया भी संवरेगी. अज़ीज़ो इमाम की हदीस है, अनबनो इब्राहीम खलील्लाह, मैं इब्राहीम खलील का बेटा हूँ. पता ये कब इमाम सादिक ने फरमाया? हज़रत खलील को नमरूद ने आग में फेंक दिया था. इस खबीस अबू जाफ़र दवानकी ने منصور دوانقی نے حکم دیا کہ امام کے خانہ در دولت کو آگ لگا دی جائے۔ یہ ظالمین آئے، انہوں نے امام کے گھر کو آگ لگا دی۔ جب آگ کے شعلے بھڑکے نا تو امام علی مقام جو ہیں وہ آگ کے شعلوں میں معجزانہ طور پر باہر نکل رہے تھے، امام کے پیچھے پیچھے امام کی فیملی۔ تو امام نے یہ جملہ فرمایا، انا ابنو ابراہیم خلیل اللہ، میں ابراہیم خلیل کا بیٹا ہوں۔ جیسے اللہ نے ابراہیم خلیل کے لیے آگ ٹھنڈی کر دی تھی، ویسے ہی اللہ نے یہ آگ میرے لیے ٹھنڈی کر دیا ہے۔ اس حدیث کا راوی کہتا ہے میں اگلے دن آیا مولا سے تعزیت کرنے، تو اب میں نے دیکھا کہ مولا نہایت شدید غمگین حالت میں بیٹھے ہیں، دامن مولا کا کھلا ہوا ہے غم زدہ لوگوں کی طرح، اور امام کی آنکھوں سے آنسوؤں کی لڑی جاری ہے۔ میں بڑا حیران ہوا، میں نے کہا یا ابنا رسول اللہ، کل جب آگ لگی تھی آپ کے در دولت پر، آپ کے گھر پر، تو آپ جو تھے یہ فرما رہے تھے میں ابراہیم کا بیٹا ہوں، اور آج آپ اتنا غمگین اور اتنے آنسو کیوں بہا رہے ہیں؟ تو امام علی مقام نے فرمایا، اے شخص، کل جب میرے گھر میں آگ لگی تھی نا تو تم نے اندر کا منظر نہیں دیکھا۔ میرے گھر کی عورتیں اور میری بچیاں، سب چھوٹے چھوٹے بچے آگ کے شعلوں سے ڈر کر کوئی ادھر بھاگنے لگا، کوئی ادھر بھاگنے لگا۔ میں تو ان کی تسلی دینے کے لیے موجود تھا، لیکن مجھے میرے جد حسین کی یاد تڑپا رہی ہے کہ جب میرے جد حسین کے خیموں میں آگ لگی تو میری پھوپھیاں اور میری دادیاں بھی اسی طرح آگ کے شعلوں سے ڈر کر کبھی اس خیمے میں جاتی تھیں، کبھی اس خیمے میں جاتی تھی۔ اور عزیز و امام سجاد کے فتویٰ کے مطابق شہزادی زینب خیموں میں جلتے ہوئے خیموں سے باہر نکل آئیں اور بالوں کا پردہ بنا لیا، لیکن امام فرماتے ہیں ہماری ننھی سکینہ کہ جس کے بال ابھی چھوٹے تھے وہ خیمے کے اندر کھڑی رہی حتیٰ کہ اس کے دامن میں آگ لگ گئی۔ جب آگ کی حرارت محسوس ہوئی تو بچی بھاگی ڈر کے باہر کی طرف۔ اب یہاں دشمنوں کے لشکر میں حمید ابن مسلم راوی کی لکھتا ہے کہ میں اس بچی کے دامن میں آگ لگی دیکھ کر رہ نہ سکا، میری بھی چھوٹی اولاد تھی، میں نے بڑھ کے چاہا بچی کی آگ بجھا دوں، وہ بچی مجھے آتا دیکھ کر ڈر کر اور زیادہ تیز دوڑی۔ میں نے کہا بیٹی ڈرو نہیں، میں تمہیں کوئی آزار نہیں پہنچانا چاہتا بلکہ تمہارے دامن کی آگ بجھانا چاہتا ہوں۔ عزیز اس بچی نے جب یہ سنا تو ننھے ننھے ہاتھ باندھ کے کہتی ہے، اے شخص مجھے بس یہ بتا دے کہ نجف کا راستہ کس طرف ہے؟ میں نے حیران ہو کر پوچھا بیٹی نجف کیا کیوں پوچھتی ہو؟ کہنے لگی وہاں پر اپنے دادا علی سے جا کر مدد۔ الا لعنت اللہ علی القوم الظالمین وسیعلم الذین ظلموا ای منقلب ینقلبون۔ پروردگار عالم ہمیں امام صادق علیہ السلام کی توقعات کے مطابق عمل کرنے میں کامیاب فرما، اور ہمارے بہنوں میں، ہماری بھائیوں میں جو اس عمل میں تھوڑے کمزور ہیں، جو ہمارے نوحہ خان ذرا مناسب طریقے سے نوحہ نہیں پڑھ رہے جیسے اہل بیت چاہتے ہیں، انہیں اس طرح پڑھنے کی توفیق عطا فرما۔ پروردگار عالم ہمارے مذہب کو دن دگنی رات چوگنی ترقی عطا فرما، ہمارے بہنوں بھائیوں کو آپس میں پیار محبت اور سیرہ صادق علیہ السلام پہ چلنے میں کامیاب فرما۔ پروردگارہ ہمارے امام کے ظہور میں تعجیل فرما۔ پروردگارہ فلسطین کے مظلومین کی نصرت و مدد فرما، ان کو ایک اپنا علیحدہ ملک عطا فرما جہاں وہ عزت و آبرو کے ساتھ رہ سکیں۔ پروردگار عالم بحق محمد و آل محمد ہمارے اس ذکر کو ہماری عاقبت کار خیر دے۔ مع ذکر صلوات اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل محمد۔ یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا
شمع سے شمع جلے سلسلہ جاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے۔ شمع سے شمع جلے اپنی نسلوں کو سکھاتے رہو ماتم کا ہنر، سینہ در سینہ کرے بس یہ عزاداری سفر۔
جیسے حالات بھی ہو یہ عمل جاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع لاکھ بدلے یہ زمانے کی روش اور موسم، ایک پل بھی نہ رکے اشک ازاں اور ماتم، ماتم شہ کا جنوں ذہن پر طاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع جلے سلسلہ جاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع تم اگر ذاکر شبیر ہو یہ یاد رہے، چاہے اس غم کے لیے سر بھی کٹے گر بھی جلے، حرمت فرش ازا جان سے پیاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع جلے سلسلہ جاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے، دنیا والوں کی نہ پرواہ نہ کچھ بات کرو، منت بیری سجاد کے غم میں پہنو، رونق فرش ازا گریا و جاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع جلے سلسلہ جاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع جلے، یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین
یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین، ہے جعفر صادق ہے جعفر صادق ہے جعفر صادق ہے جعفر صادق، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، کاظم اٹھا رہے کا جنازہ، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، ہے حسین کہہ کر آنسو بہا رہے ہیں، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، تابوت کو اٹھا کر کتنے قدم بڑھائے، ہر قدم پر ان کو سجاد یاد آئے، عباس کی پھنسی کا نوحہ سنا رہے ہیں، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں کاظم کا جنازہ، مظلوم کی غذا میں زہر جف دیا تھا، مظلوم کے بدن پر جس کا اثر ہوا تھا، افلاک سے ملائک پرسا دعا رہے ہیں، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، نکلا دہن سے باہر ہے جگر کو کٹ کر، خون رنگ ہو گیا تھا مولا کا میرے بستر، مظلوم کے دل میں دل کو دکھا رہے ہیں، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، حیدر سے دشمنی یہ اب تک نہیں رکی، یہ مولا حسن سے لے کر جعفر تک آ گئی ہے، ہر ایک چراغ زہرا ظالم بجھا رہا ہے، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، اولاد سیدہ میں ایسا یہ جنازہ تھا، جس میں مدینے والے دینے کو آئے پرسا، اہل مدینہ سارے یہ غم بنا رہے ہیں، اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، کاظم اٹھا رہے ہیں جعفر کا جنازہ، یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین، اللہم صل علی محمد وآل محمد۔
باقی 6 8:38 کے بعد ہوتا ہے۔
السلام علیکم ابا عبداللہ، السلام علیکم ابن رسول اللہ، السلام علیکم ابن امیر المومنین، السلام علیکم ابن سید الوسیین، السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ، السلام علیکم مولایا غریب الغربا، السلام علیکم معین الضعفاء والفقراء، السلام علیکم یا شمس الشموس، السلام علیکم ایھا المدفون برزتوس، السلام علیکم یا سلطان العرب والعجم، یا ابا الحسن علی ابن موسیٰ الرضا، السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ، السلام علیکم مولایا صاحب العصر والزمان، الامان الامان الامان، السلام علیکم یا شریک القرآن، السلام علیکم یا مظہر الایمان، السلام علیکم یا امام الانس والجان، عجل اللہ تعالی فرجک وسہل اللہ تعالی مخرجک وظہورک وجعلنا من انصارک واعوانک، السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ، اللہم صل علی محمد وآل محمد۔